just a public service announcement. Let's go take a look at what we got here. All right. Okay. 25th of February. Where do we have our cases? Okay, great. Let's go ahead and take a look at our cases today. So thank you. Wendy, it looks like your case is first. So tell us a little bit about your case, Wendy.
Okay, so actually, there's nothing much in this chat about the negotiation because it's mostly about the visit from the guest who wants to visit Kyle Villa. And then after he visit, he said that he will talk to me after he arrive at home. But I insist that can I call you right now? And then I told him that you know what, after you visit, there will be another guest visit will visit the property to for inspection of monthly stay as well. So if you agree, just let me know now, and then when you arrive, you can send me your password and everything I need, like your email to make a contract. And then he was like, "Oh, there will be another guest coming," and then I said, "Yes." He just talked to me. He will come in 30 minutes, and then he said, "Then okay, I'll take this property. I will send you immediately after I arrive at home."
Love it. Was there actually another guest coming?
No.
All right. In this particular case, I would do this. You have the right method, but I would prefer if you don't make such a blatant lie in this case. Yeah, it is a good job, but don't lose your integrity. You can suggest that there could be another guest coming because we regularly have that happen, right? And that would push the person along. Wendy, the principle of what you're doing is correct. This is what is creating a FOMO. Okay, effect. You are creating now scarcity. Now, it's kind of like this, right? Maybe a classic case is dating. Okay, so if you're dating a person, they take you for granted, but as soon as you date somebody new, you're off the market, and now they value you even more, right? So this is kind of like that particular effect. You are removing yourself from the market, creating scarcity, and because you're scarce now, they are now more compelled because they can't rely on this being there tomorrow. Now, actually, this is a good question for everybody here, right? What do you think most people in their booking, right? What stage of the Maslow pyramid are they thinking about, right? Are they thinking about survival? Are they thinking about comfort? Are they thinking about self-actualization? Let's go to Gray. Gray, what level of the Maslow pyramid do you think most of your guests are actually experiencing in their conversations with you?
Mm, uh, wait, I'm really blank. Actually, for that, I'm not entirely sure with that, sir. To be
Okay.
honest.
Okay. Wendy, what do you think this person is experiencing? Are you think they're in a survival mindset, a comfort mindset, or self-actualization mindset?
I think survival, sir.
Yeah, yeah, they're in a survival. That's why they need something. If you take it away, they're like, I don't have a place to stay now, right? I better engage. I better get this before because remember, a place to stay is fairly low on the pyramid, right? For most cases. So it can trigger some engagement there. Okay, let's have everybody put up their comments and give Wendy some feedback. Yeah. So let's have everybody analyze this and give Wendy what you think. Okay. Wendy, I really like that you're not using spoons anymore. It's really good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Because at this moment, why I choose to call is because there are three major deals with value more than 20 million. So I choose to call three of them, and three of them are convert.
Mantap.
Oh man, it worked. You've been trained. Fantastic. All right. Hey, that's
Full
brilliant.
Windy.
That's brilliant, everybody. Listen, when you master the phone call, everyone, then you master your life, I think, right? Because when you call, you can get so much more done. And Wendy, I think that is I hope this is recorded. Good. Excellent, excellent. The phone is your friend, and using the phone can get you far more done than 3 days of texting back and forward. Okay, great, great, great. Let's get everyone's feedback. And wow, that's really cool. That is really cool. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the feedback. Let's go to Erica first. Erica, what say you?
Uh, yes, sir. So I noticed that Kak Wendy used labeling in here, and after that, he replied with his preferences, and he also said, and he also confirmed that yeah, this one is looks really good. So she was able to discover more just by using this.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. All right, that is a good label. Seems like you really like this one. And would you be okay with that? Okay, good, good. Nice little calibrated question afterwards. Nadine, what do you see here?
Yeah, I think I agree with that, but I'm not really interested with these conversations. But I'm interested with the one that you did on the phone call, actually, Windy.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think, but this from this conversation, I think that you grow actually, Windy,
I see
and
that too. I see that too.
yes,
This is
yes,
amazing. This is amazing.
yes.
Wendy, this is actually really, really cool because you went from, just I think a month ago, right, to struggling, where now I see mastery. Like you're even developing your own style, your own voice, your own way. So that's a really good sign. It's a really good sign when you feel comfortable leaving the rules and just coming up with your own style and coming up with your own approach. That's something I think that's really respect worthy. So congratulations, that is living the mission of Bukit Vista. So that's positive transformation. Congratulations, that's good. So keep on doing that, Wendy. That is what we like to see. Okay, good. Let's see if there's any feedback. Okay. Okay, good. And Kyla, on point to call to action. Yes, very good. Always kind of warming it up. Okay, are you ready to do the next deal? Are you ready? Are you getting it in? And phoning it in is a really good way to proceed when asking doesn't work anymore. That really is. I learned something from you actually in this case, and this is something that's pretty interesting. If you send a call to action and they don't really respond positively, why don't you just call them and actually just ask them in person when they're called? They How do you feel, Wendy, when you call them? Do you feel like you have more control over the deal? Do you feel like you're taken more seriously? Do you feel like you get their attention?
Yeah, actually, I think I get their attention because when I call someone, I can show like how I feel about their needs by the tone of my voice, the way I ask them, something like that.
Excellent.
Also, actually, the first time I decided to call because I caught a guest telling me that her budget is 3.5, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm not dealing with this. I call her, and then she told me that actually her budget is 5 million. So I think that's one of the trigger to make me call someone actually, because
That's
sometimes
incredible.
people can just say nothing in chat.
Okay. Listen, everybody. This is actually something I think Wendy's demonstrating again. Very, very important. All right. So imagine that was thousands of dollars, right, for a particular deal. You talk to a person and their budget is $3,500, and you call them, you find out that their budget is $5,000. Now multiply it by 10. Imagine that somebody calls you and say their budget is $30,000, and you call them and you find out it's $50,000. Okay, now multiply by 1,000. You text somebody, they say their budget is 30 million. You call them, you realize the budget is 50 million. All right. That I think is the power of being able to speak with somebody, being able to get their attention. You can discover so much more through, and they can discover more about you too, right? Your tone of voice, your presentation, your control. So really use the phone in cases where you need to get business done, because you can find out so much more and you can give so much more also by using this tool. Okay, brilliant, brilliant, really good. I see a lot of positive transformation there, Whitney. I'm very proud. All right, it's good. Let's go to the next one then. Number 2. Oh, this is great. This is me fucking up, everyone. This is me doing what you shouldn't do. Here. uh, okay, this one there's not too much. I had a good beginning. I had a shit end. All right, everyone, give me feedback for Romaine, number 2. Hey, actually, I want everyone to give me criticism about this one. Let's see if everyone sees what the criticism is actually. But let me see if I will. I have. Oh, I've got a follow up here. Wait, let me give you the middle piece. So, okay, give me a second, everyone. So I want everyone to tell me what they see here, and I want you to be brutal with me. Okay, be brutal and give me what your feedback is for when Jing tries to actually do conversion on this particular case. Okay, so take a look at what I've done, and then give me feedback. Okay. Mm. That's good. That's good. Okay. Correct. Correct. Okay, this is good. This is excellent. I'm so proud of everyone. I'm getting feedback from my students. All right. This is good. This is next level. Wow. Wow. I don't need to teach this anymore. I can just wow. 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 No, this is good. This is good. Yep. Okay, that is good. That is good. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get feedback from everybody. All right. I'll go with Nadine first. Nadine, your feedback, sir. Or your feedback, ma'am.
Okay, so I think at the very beginning it was a strong beginning.
Mhm.
You're actually apa ya? Your approach is actually very strong, and you're trying to build empathy and engagement, right? And because you're trying to observe this person, and you're trying to identify this person, and how could you create some of common ground or something that could uh, what is that, elevate the engagement.
Mhm.
But I think you were hitting him too much based on your assumption, because you're assuming that this person based on your discovery on his profile, right? But it's not
Mhm.
confirmed yet, at least by himself. By We haven't got any response from him. But and
Sorry,
your
I forgot
recommendation,
that.
yeah, and your recommendation were too much. So I think it could be better if we could wait until he responds first and discover him accurately. I think if you could just stick on the very beginning of the introduction, I think that would be good, actually.
Yes.
And that's also makes me questions what exactly makes him reply very shortly, and seems didn't mind any information that we sent previously. I think that's kind of related. I'm not sure.
Very good feedback. I realized, sorry everybody, I left something out actually. There was a response in between my two inquiries, right? He did say, "Hello, Jing, happy to discuss with you. Listen, I can't have said more. You understood everything I need. That's exactly what I'm looking for." Yeah, I didn't put that piece in. I looked at that and was like, "Yeah, of course. I'm 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 hallucinating here, right? Because I'm not waiting for a reaction." So, um, my first piece I knew was a hit because he essentially said, "Yep, that's exactly what I was looking for." So that's that. That's that. Um, I'll explain to everybody what I'm trying to do here. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to hit a home run in one hit, right? So normally, yes, everybody. So you would go through a sequence of question dialogue to try to understand the particular client. I'm trying to get this done in one shot, right? I'm trying to like, boom, this is who you are. Boom, this is what you need, and hopefully close the deal fast. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, it is a bit like it can be a test of your intuition. Here's where I saw that there was pretty good information, everyone. I looked on Romaine's profile and I looked up all his previous reviews and I looked at some of the properties that he stayed in before. All right. So on Airbnb, you can check that. You can check where this person has stayed before. You can see what this host has said. I looked at everything he previously stayed in. It was always big. It was fairly luxurious, and he seems to travel in a group, right? So I kind of got that vibe that he's probably doing something similar here. So I went for that particular identification, right? Um, I'm thinking this, everyone. I'm thinking most people who book probably want to engage as little as possible. That's just my assumption. Okay. I'm thinking they want to get this done. This is not what they want to talk about all day long, right? They want to kind of like reach a conclusion as in few steps as possible. If you can help them reach a decision in as few steps as possible, they'll probably book with you, right? If you can show them, hey, look, I know exactly who you are. This is what you're looking for, right? You go, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. All right, these are my two best options. This is what you're looking for, right? Okay, all right. So anyway, let's go on to the next one. Let's see. Great. Let's see. Too much information, yeah? Tell me more, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we gave several options for you, right, sir, for
Mhm.
to reply.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think too much information in one paragraph. I used to do this,
Hmm.
but I try now to wait for the guest to respond,
Ah,
to give a
okay.
gap and
Okay.
see if they actually reply.
Okay.
And next one is adding to what Nadine say. Perhaps giving him options one by one will give us chance to discover, even though it prolongs it
Right.
quite a
Right.
bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
next one is you identify him on the start, but then you start talking in USD instead of euro because he's from
Right.
France.
Very good. Very good. He's French, or he
Yeah.
lives in Nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
but then you start talking in USD.
Okay.
And I think, and for the last one, rather than no oriented question, I think you can use label by saying, seems like the
Ah,
information and option that I gave is too much for you to read and see
right.
what your response for that.
Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. I was smiling the whole time reading your feedback, great, because I thought it was really pretty spot on. Let's go to Nadine. Nadine, what do you think?
I think this is funny. I think I know why Mr. Jing did that though. This is this is also related the voluntarily arrangement that we just discussed before in guest squad with Kara. So Mr. Jing is not on the shift, right? Like sometimes he probably not really aware that this person has replied, and then when he knows that he has replied, it's already been like 3 hours or uh, it's a time lag between that. So Mr. Jing probably wants to make everything compact information. I make an compact information, and as accelerate the process because I have been ignored this message for like 3 hours. So I just want to make it fast. I think that's
Oh
also
my
why.
God, that's amazing, Nadine.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. I don't know if that's correct, sir.
Yes, that's very masterful. Wow. Hey, by the way, I'm really impressed by that. I really am because I didn't even realize that's what I was thinking. Hey, listen, everybody, that is new level shit here. That's like that's the next level. So really being able to empathize and understand why somebody is doing what they're doing on the page, reading between the lines. That's something I never thought about before. Nadine, you made a really interesting discovery. Yeah, that is why. Because when I saw this, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm late, right? I better compensate for that." And then by doing that, yeah, you probably notice I do that on employee journals as well. Actually, I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Wow. Very good. Very good. Hey, look.
Because I always have that kind of intention as well if I'm being late.
So
Yeah.
you over. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. I'm available for you now. Okay. Okay. I will listen to you
Right,
in this
right, right,
environment.
right, right,
Yeah.
right. Okay, I didn't even realize I did that actually. Hey, listen, everybody. I think that's whoa. This has become where I'm not the master anymore. I'm like more the student now. Okay, that's really advanced because when you understand how people are actually making their decisions, you can get more context. You can get more empathetic. You can get more, you can get more close to. You can get more trust. You can get more everything. So that's actually a really smart approach. Try to get into the mindset of what the guest is trying to do, what your counterparty is going through, and understand their process. That being said, Nadine, actually, I see Wendy, but let me just that being said, do you think I should still break it up like what Gray does, like make it into different chunks, or is that kind of that download method better in your opinion?
No, Gray suggestion is better, sir. I think
Okay,
so.
okay,
That's
all right.
why we need, if somebody wants to actually voluntarily helping reservation, they need to be committed in the shift.
I see. I see. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay, excellent. Hey, I really love this, by the way. I dreamed this day would happen when you guys are teaching me, and it's happened, which means that we've evolved. Actually, we've evolved to another level now. Really good. Really good. Okay, thank you. Yes, Wendy, tell me what's good.
Um, Actually, I just wanted to remind you that you actually did the mistakes you told us not to do.
I
Be-
probably did. What did I do?
I remember when the first time I I'm in conversion team, one of the tips you remind us is not to giving too much information, because instead of making them make the decision, it's actually confuse them to make the decision.
Right. Very good. Very good. Now, how many options is too much options then, you think, Wendy?
I think this one is uh I mean, like, your intention is good to give as much information as you can,
Mhm.
but the way, for me as a guest, if I am a guest, I think if I see this whole long paragraph, actually it's not really working, I
You're
mean,
right.
like,
You're right. You're right. This is actually a pretty good point, everyone. Here's my explanation for this. So I did put some thought into this, right, before I wrote it. Here's what's going on. I'm thinking this. Does this person really want to click on the link and go to a link and then see something they don't want and then click back, right? So, in a way, what I'm thinking is I'm trying to get them to sort of buy based on the snippet of information I've put, right? I think this is what you want. This is essentially the main points. I'm not even expecting them to actually click on the link that they don't want. I'm just expecting them to click on the link that they do want. And I always give at least two options, right? Because that then gives me some contrast. If they say I like option A more, but it doesn't do it, then I know, oh, okay, there's something that comparison. Maybe I shouldn't give it an option C, but I did kind of want to put a random one out there. So just in case like they were ready for something really, really high level, we could snag them. Okay. We had this come up yesterday in the awareness chapter, everyone, right? Which is how much is too much information? Okay. So, okay, how much is too much information? If you guys notice on some of the listings right now, there is a list of things to do around the area. Okay, they'll say like in Jogja, there'll be Gudag, Ibu something, right? There'll be Borobudur, there'll be Candi Prambanan. It used to just be that. It used to be just Gudag, Ibu, Yelek or something, right? And then Candi Prambanan, Candi, Borobudur. But then we realized something. Is that functional or is that noise for somebody who doesn't know any Bahasa Indonesia, right? Or maybe somebody who doesn't even know Jogja might not know. Well, Borobudur and Candi Prambanan everybody knows, right? But maybe the Gudok place people don't really have an idea. So then we said, is it better to put a caption, right? Explain it. Say, Chani Prambanan is a world famous Hindu monument, right? Borobudur is a amazing cultural UNESCO heritage site, right? Put those there so that then people, when they read it, they see what they're going through. Okay. Now, this is my point. This is my point. And maybe I'm trying to dig myself into a hole here, but I'd like to explain it. Does anybody ever read a travel guide if you're not traveling to that location? Okay, Gray does, right? Gray. Let's say, for example, you have no intention of going to Brazil. You open this travel guide, you see that there's a restaurant in Parque Nacional de Serra de Capivara, right? And you read about like this restaurant and you see that it has something about the food and do you care?
No, I usually just look and then like pass it.
Right,
So like, oh, this is good, and then next page.
right. But if you're not going to go to Brazil, do you care what the best restaurant
Yeah.
in Parque Nacional
Nope.
de... No, right?
Mhm.
But if you
Mhm.
do go to Brazil, then you do care, right? Because you
Yep.
might go to this place and you might miss out on something that's really
Good
good,
food.
right?
Yep.
So this is a kind of a consideration sometimes I find that is important to realize, okay? This is the difference between too much information and not enough information, and the context can be different. So sometimes in a particular case, let's say you're not hungry, right? And you're going down Jalan Megalan in Jogja, and you see all these ads for food. It's just distraction, 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 distraction. But all of a sudden, when you're hungry, right, it's not a distraction anymore. It's not an ad anymore. It could be information. Okay. Um, Let me just ask Gray. Gray, do you find that a shorter way works better than a longer way? Or which way works? Have we ever done any experiments to find out?
I don't think we never done any experiment actually. Which
Okay.
one works better?
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say that for some people, it might work better if you just kind of like give them a header, right? Give them a snippet. I was trying to do tweets. That was my idea. Tweet 1, tweet 2, tweet 3, right? So kind of like 3 tweets together. I'm counting on them not to really click on the link if they didn't really interested in the subdescription, right? Okay. Anyway, point well taken. Point well taken. Concise is always better. If you can get that entire thing down to a shorter amount, then that's better. Okay. And Nadine, you were right. I wasn't sure when I was going to be back on shift again. As you can see, I failed to get back. This was on the 24th. I haven't gotten back to this person yet. So that's kind of like the I was hoping somebody might pick me up, maybe. All right, but I didn't expect.
It works, but I'm because because I had night shift, right? So
Mhm.
and then I read the thread.
Okay,
It just confused where I'm to start because it's like after that long and the guest answer is very short
right.
and I'm not sure the guest pilih yang mana dan I don't know where to emphasize.
So I asked if he would like some more options, and he said, "Sure, he would like some more options. This is my budget,
Because
and this is
like
my
why you
size."
give more option waste your time if they do not you don't know what they want. So like for me it's like
Oh,
not
but he talked about what he wanted up there already, right? Because I labeled him in the top, in
yeah.
the very
So
beginning.
did they choose one of the listing? They
No, they
don't.
went
So
for option C, more options, I guess. Yeah, or they
so
went for yeah.
option C because it's ambiguous like option C like so what we have so we don't have anything so why we offer something
Ah, true. That
and
is
then
true.
like that's another like time hey so we have these two options will you like it which one you like it better or no so if you don't have something you don't offer anything yeah
Excellent, excellent. That's actually a really solid point. Solid point there. Rather than negotiating myself away from the deal, I should have negotiated closer towards the deal by asking
yeah
which option works better for you, right?
yeah for
Yeah.
me it's like in the loop okay so you want A okay I want this amenities if I can give this amenities by today so when you planning to
Oh, you're right.
when you
Wendy,
planning to book and then okay so
that's
here
another fail. I should have done an if then close, right? I should say, if I could give you this, would you book today? Actually, shit. Yeah, correct,
Yes, sir.
correct. Okay,
yeah
good point. Good points. Thank you everybody for the advice. So sometimes we all need to practice, as you can see. But thank you everybody for your generous feedback. I really like it, and I really like the fact that you guys can see what some of my mistakes are, and help me become also better at persuasion negotiation. Great. Okay, and then let me see if there was any more feedback. Okay, yeah, everyone said the same thing. There's just a little bit, maybe too much. Okay, all right, understood, understood. Try to get more compact. All right, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is Gray's case on building trust with the guest and convert it into a deal. Okay,
Um,
Gray, lead
so
us through this. Yeah, Gray?
so yep, it's actually just started from the laptop, starting from the most near the memo pad, and then just go right and then to the second row. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Okay, flowing this way,
yeah.
yeah? Okay.
Okay, so there's not much technique that's actually done in here. It's actually just more pattern matching on building his trust, because turns out this guest just actually got deceived by I think
Good.
another travel agency.
You got cheated.
Yeah, he got cheated.
Uh-huh.
So he asked, and he asked so many questions, and that's kind of confirm how um little trust he has.
Right.
Um, so yeah, so he first comment on like the different price on the website and also now the link on Airbnb. But then
Uh-huh.
I said, oh, it's actually start from etc. And you can see more detailed on the what is it, on the screenshot.
Okay.
As you can see in the fourth picture, actually in the right top.
Okay.
Yeah, so I set on the third one. So I set an expectation to him. I actually will be off in a bit, so I will help you to hold the calendar until tomorrow.
Okay.
And if you actually want to book, you can send us your ID and also your email, and tomorrow morning we will make you the invoice, and it's
Very
already including tax and service.
masterful. Okay, very good.
And I said, yeah, I already hold it until tomorrow, and I will be online until and I will be online on like 9. And so she's as you can see, he's very happy. He said thank you and for the security and the cancellation. And I said, and then he just started to blabber about he got cheated. So that's why I already got his trust. And I said, oh, you can check our Instagram, our LinkedIn, and also he asked the payment, is it with Bukit Vista or with the villa?
Mhm.
This is quite tricky because actually our uh, reckoning number is actually by Wayana name, right? Not under the company.
You should
So
ask from
yeah,
left. You should
yes,
you should have that PT
yes,
Nakula.
we have two, but we usually use the first one, the 6056. So I said, so we have two. We actually have this main one, but we actually have our company bank. So if you are more comfortable on transferring it there, and what do you think?
Mm.
I said, oh yeah, company. So I guess it can be more easier to say
Okay.
to the family. And
Okay.
turns out he said, if you see somewhere, it says that he already earns our trust, but his family doesn't. Yeah.
His
So
family doesn't trust us, or his family doesn't trust him.
his family doesn't trust us, but he does.
Okay.
So he's trying to persuade his family for us. So
Okay.
that's basically kind of it. And
Mm.
so yeah, he kind of asked. If you see, there's like three questions in a row, and I said, after I asked, I said, does my answer actually answer your concern and your family concern?
Yep.
If
Yep.
you don't have any, if you still have anything you still want to confirm, just please ask us now.
Okay.
And yeah, so he asked some, and then he was like, okay, then you can just make the invoice. And he actually now already booked. This is for Villa Acturus, which one that's really rarely got a booking. So I really tried hard to get one. Yeah, so it's like 5 nights, 6 nights, if I'm not mistaken, for
Terrific.
Lebaran one.
Terrific.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay. I guess my main question is this. Was there a way to compact this deal? Could this have been done more quickly, actually? So, for everybody, start giving some of your feedback. And the reason I ask this is I think you guys are ready for more advanced questions actually now. So let's try that. Is there a stronger way that we could have reached this understanding faster, right? Is there a quicker way to do this? And I'll let everybody kind of give their thoughts on this for a few moments, okay?
The fun fact actually, so now this guest just keeps searching for me, but I'm not handling our support anymore. I'm more in Airbnb. So
Okay.
now Wendy just answers on my behalf, but he already knows like, is this not Gray? Wendy's like,
Oh, so
no.
they become a loyal customer now.
He was like, oh yeah. No, Wendy says, oh yeah, yesterday Gray's sick. It was like, oh, get well soon for Gray. Like, yeah.
Hey, that is next level. That is next level when they're concerned about you. They see you as a human now.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
That's actually really good. Hey, you guys are all advancing very well. Those are really good green flag signs. Really cool. Really cool. Okay. Hey, I'm really happy to see this progression. I wonder if we need this class anymore. It seems like you guys already have the hang of it. Nadine, I'm getting the feeling that most improvements in the future in conversion are going to come from better strategy rather than execution, because the execution looks pretty stable right now. I don't see rookie mistakes anymore. I don't see like, yeah, I used to be so pissed off. I was like, I can't believe we're dealing with this again, right? But now
Yeah.
it's all it's really something
Yep.
different.
Yes, yes. I just maybe we need to actually make sure that this skill and energy is spent to the right case, to the right thing to do instead of the
Right,
unnecessary
right,
workload.
right. Conserve it for good value leads, rather than noisy. Okay. So that's more strategy then. That's more actually figuring out what is the correct direction to point the team in. Okay. All right. Well, let's raise the prices then. that is the fastest way to get there. Okay. All right. Okay, very good. Comment from Wendy. Okay. For everybody else, yeah, just put in your comments. Is there any way that we could have done this faster? Is this the current best method? Do you have any feedback for Gray?
For me, it's just mostly like calling if they're available call because the messaging
Oh, right,
already. So but some people need some pace, some while they're working, so you cannot be like post them. But
right.
if hey, like yesterday, I tried to call like all our guests. Hey, I just want to understand a bit more what really you need, like, and so that I can my best way to help you out, right? No,
Huh?
I cannot take a call, just message only. And then like the pace of the messaging is very slow. Like I think he's working or doing something during the day, and they don't want to disturb. I'm not sure what it is, and then I ask why. It just message me, like it's very consistent the message on Instagram and in the WhatsApp,
Okay.
but just the pace is very slow, but maybe you need to sometimes you control best what you can do, but
Okay.
it's
But
people, yeah.
that's good. I think I still like that. I still like that right now what that's actually a really good case of don't assume use data. Now you know that that guest prefers using a particular channel. Whereas
Mm.
if you don't try, then you might never know, right? So that's kind of like a lot of times that's part of your discovery actually, right? So you've discovered essentially something about the guest that you didn't know before. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. So let's see, Nadine, you could arrange the screenshot. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. That's not related to persuasion, but yeah, it is clear communication. Yeah, I wasn't sure what the flow was, but yeah, great. In the future, I guess you could use arrows. I tried to put a red arrow that kind of like wraps, but I didn't do a very good job. So I'll just live there. Okay. Okay. This is the best way. Yep. 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 Okay.
Okay, guys, I need to go pick up KDK.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
All right, Nadine. What's your thoughts?
Actually, just I think this is not exactly feedback about what you did, Gray, but if somebody question or kind of like anxious whether we are credible or not, actually that's our chance to let her book through Airbnb instead of direct booking, right? Because because that's more secure for both of us, like
That's a good point. No, wow,
yeah,
that's a whole new level. Yeah, that's strategy.
yes. Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes when I'm facing this kind of guest, then kalau misalnya transfer langsung kakak might be anxious, but kalau booking dari Airbnb is more secure, we just wait and it's easier for us to proceed the booking, right, Gray? No
But I want to
contract, not
save the
invoice.
money. I want to pay the commission.
Yeah, but at least we could emphasize that we're and show it show that we're credible, right? We are ready if they want to book through Airbnb and not from us, right? It's the same gitu.
That's cool. That's good. That's good. By giving them the option, then they're likely to trust you because it's a safer option, right? And that's okay. Very good. Okay. For the most part, I
Um,
think I summarized this. Yes.
yeah, just want to reply to what Nadine said. I I I agree, but I think it depends. Does the guest have CC or not? Because it's Indonesian
Right.
guest,
True.
right?
True.
Yeah. But I think this guest actually see if we're legit or not. When I said I blocked it,
Mhm.
if you check in the second row of
Okay.
the second screenshot, he said, "Wow, in Agoda, it's already sold too on the date that
Uh,
he won." That's
okay.
how he know. Oh, it's legit that she actually
Oh,
blocked it.
they double check, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they are very thorough.
Yep. Like that. Yep.
Well, okay.
Okay. Well, fair. That's interesting. That's interesting. So people go around And they okay, all right, interesting, interesting. All right, so for this one, I think Windy, Pink One, Yoga. I think this is all right. Yeah, this is probably a journey of what I call this is it's kind of like mutual grooming. It's a little bit like dating. You're not really there to everyone knows what you're really doing. You're just trying to get to like understand each other better, right? And you spend time with each other, but what you're really doing is you're seeing if there's a compatibility. So in this particular case, I think it's given the cultural context, I think it's probably the right approach. So okay, all right, good. Once again, the only feedback I would have is you can be adventurous, Gray, too. In these particular cases, you got some suggestions. After a while, you might notice some things will work, some things won't. Like Wayana said, sometimes you call and they tell you don't call. Sometimes maybe you say Airbnb and you find out that they don't have a credit card. But I think this is where you can be adventurous too, and you can break rules now. Okay, you can break rules because you can try to find out what's out there. And I think that part is actually really important, everyone. I know I told everybody follow guidelines, but that's when you guys are amateurs, right? That's when you guys are like making too many like rookie mistakes. But once you become masterful, your next level of progression is going to come. Oh, okay. This is when you guys exceed my talent, right? This is when you guys like go to the next level. Your next level in doing any type of thing is when you start breaking all the rules, but you still get amazing results, right? That's when you have truly become on your pathway to mastery. You don't need to follow the rules because you kind of, yeah, the rules are good guidelines, but I can probably understand the particular situation that this rule was not written for. And I'll take that chance. Okay. So then that's when you start becoming more of like an artist in this particular case. And I want you guys to take some risks now actually and try those maneuvers out. Rules are good. They get you about 80% of the way there. But if you want to get to 100, 110, 120%, you kind of have to actually make some your own decisions too as well. Okay. So give that a shot, everyone. That's pretty much it. We have one of Kyla's successful cases. We'll take a look at that next time. But overall, I'm really blown away. I did not expect that this would happen so quickly. I thought we would still need to train, but really good, everyone. I think everyone's kind of really gotten a very firm understanding of the basics, and I'm really happy to see. I'm really happy to have this kind of quality of conversations. Okay, so thank you everyone for really showing me what can be done. Right, I'm humbled. I'm really humbled. Okay. Once again, one last thing. I want this to be the takeaway